I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're embarking on a transformative journey with DaJue Yang Yan. He is a multifaceted artist, humanitarian, calligraphist, Buddhist, and TV personality, and he is touring New York City, Los Angeles, Miami, and Atlanta this summer. His globally recognized artistry has graced prestigious international events, including the London and Nanjing Olympic Games art exhibitions and the Milan Expo. Through his diverse body of work, he invites a dialogue on humanity, compassion, and unity, making his exhibition a must-see event this season. We are delighted to have his representative, Queen Knock, join us here today on Spotlight. Queen, thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you so much for having me here.
This is such an exciting event to have the artist tour all of these American cities. Let's tell the folks at home first what his artwork is all about.
Okay, so DaJue Yang Yan is a great Chinese artist. He's been painting since he was 6, and his artworks are mostly mountains and landscapes. But over the past few years, he started doing more Buddhism artworks. And he used to do a lot of African artworks and American artworks to promote cultural exchange between different countries in China. So that's what he does.
Wonderful. And now he is bringing his work and his message to the major cities of the United States, New York City, as we mentioned, Los Angeles, Miami, and Atlanta. Tell us a little bit about this event and how folks can get tickets if needed, or how they can go see his work.
Okay, so first of all, I am working with the Sierra Leone Consul in Los Angeles and the International Police and Veterans Foundation in New York City. And we are trying to do it in a way that we will raise funds to help. So the exhibition is going to start with an opening ceremony at the Times Square, which is going to be on June 16th. And we choose this date because we wanted to promote the cultural exchange between African, and Asian and American art. As we all know, June 16th is African Child's Day. So
Mhm.
that particular opening, he is going to be in Times Square painting live. And we're going to auction the painting and donate most of the funds to the African children. And we're going to make sure we distribute those funds to the African consulates here in New York. We will choose certain African consuls here and we give them the funds. And the second event is going to be June 17th in Flushing. So everybody is free to come. It's not like it's a paid event, it's an
Mhm.
open event. Yeah, so people can come to Times Square on June 16. You will see Mr. Yang live painting. You'll be able to do media interviews, taking pictures because we're going to be having a step and read backdrop. And he's going to be showcasing his art. He's going to be telling audience how he feels about America. He loves America so much, and he's been here in the past to do exhibitions, but this one is totally different because back in the years he used to come for just 1 week, exhibit and go. But this time he's actually touring the local communities. So he's going to be painting New York City, and he's going to be mixing the New York City style with African style and Asian style.
Wonderful,
And
wonderful. It,
that,
it sounds like such an exciting event. He's going to be the heart of New York City. He's going to be in Times Square. He's actually going to be painting. And I think that's great. Then he moves on to Flushing, which, as many New Yorkers know, is the heart of the Asian community in New York City.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
So
on June 17th, right?
June 17th is going to be in Flushing, and the whole Asian community, are standing up for him. They want to, showcase the Chinese culture. So we're going to be having performances, Chinese opera, Chinese musical instruments, different performances, and it's all going to be free entrance. It's going to be at the mall, the Flushing Mall there. We just want to do it there so that everybody can get access to attend the event and get to participate, see how Asians celebrate. And also, we are going to exhibit the paintings. We're going to do some auction as well. We're going to be selling his t-shirts and a lot of things that we printed his artworks on. So people want to come see, they can see him painting live in Times Square, but if they want to see the exhibition, the exhibit of all the items, they can see it in Flushing on June 17 at the Flushing Mall. It's going to be there the whole day. And then we're moving on to Miami, which we're working with the Sierra Leone consul, the consul general of Sierra Leone, to Florida. So he's going to be hosting us in Miami, and we will definitely announce the date for that exhibition very soon. But we are planning on doing San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Atlantic City, Atlanta. We're planning on doing that in July. But June is going to be mostly New York and Florida.
Wonderful, wonderful. So this is exciting. It kicks off in the Big Apple, New York City, and then it goes around the rest of the country, and it seems to be growing as it moves around the nation, which is wonderful. It's a great opportunity to see Yang Yan's work, which is just amazing. It is transformative, it is inspired, it is imaginative. It's also an opportunity to share in different cultures, African culture, Asian culture, the blending and the sharing of the two styles. So this is a great, great opportunity. How did it come about? Whose vision was this?
It's actually my vision because I moved to China with him, and I learned I was in Africa. I learned the Chinese culture. I learned a lot of things in China. So I was promoting cultural exchange between China and other countries. I was working with the African embassies in Beijing. So we've been doing a lot of cultural festivals, and Yang Yan is the kind of person who is very kind and giving. He always, every time he attend events, exhibitions, he will do a lot of paintings, artworks, and donate it. They will auction those paintings and help people. So he has been helping a lot of foreigners who finds difficulties living in China. We have a lot of foreigners coming over, and because of the language barrier and cultural difference, a lot of things happening. And sometimes, they make mistakes and ended up, being locked up. And so Yang Yan always find a way to get them out, help them with their visas. And those foreigners that are finding it hard to survive, he always sends funds so they can help the foreigners in China. So he has been doing this. So I thought that now that I just moved to America, I moved to America 4 years ago. I thought that it's time for me to start doing the same thing I used to do in China, which is the cultural exchange, program. So I'm learning the American culture, but now I want to start, blending the American, African, and Asian culture together and see how best we can. So this first event is going to be Yang Yan because of what he has done to foreigners in China. So, but in the future, we plan on doing more Americans going over to Africa, China, and Africans in China coming over here, showcase their arts, their culture. So when we thought about Yang Yan, we thought that since he is one of the most famous Chinese artists, and we thought that his paintings brings hope unity, because he does all kinds of cultural arts and mix them together. Every time he exhibits, he always say in his exhibitions that the world will be great. He believes that one day the world is going to be great if we work towards bringing everybody together. So in his art, he always showcase love, unity, peace, prosperity. And that's exactly the reason why we thought that he would be the best fit, because America is the kind of country that promotes unity, promotes love, promotes different cultures. You can come here. It doesn't matter where you come from. You will feel safe. You feel at home. You feel loved. It's not 100% perfect, but it is the one of the country that celebrates all cultures. Everybody
Exactly.
can come here and feel like you're home, because you will meet your culture is being celebrated here. So that's exactly what Yang Yan does. And it's only few people that does those kind of things. Most people focus on their cultures,
Mhm.
showcasing their cultures, but he brings all cultures together and exhibits. So that's why we wanted to bring him to America.
Wonderful. Well, we're glad you did. The event kicks off on June 16th in the heart of New York City, which is a melting pot of every culture in the world is represented there. So it is a perfect place to kick off this spectacular artists exhibition throughout the United States, New York City, Flushing, Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta, and beyond. Queen Knack, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you so much for having me. I
Oh, the
appreciate
pleasure is all mine. I hope to get a Spotlight TV crew out in Times Square and in Flushing to join you in
Yeah,
mid-June. We would love
please.
that. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.